Hi, it's Miss Liz from the Hightstown Library, here with a craft for you that I thought was kind of a spin on something traditional. So a lot of us are familiar with tracing our hands around Thanksgiving time for a hand tracing turkey. But instead, why don't we trace those hands and make a peacock? So follow me in this video and we'll get to it. Okay, to get started, you'll need paper. This is just regular computer printing paper and some kind of coloring implement. So either markers, I've got Crayola here, of course, or crayons, colored pencils, whatever you prefer. If you want to trace the handprint in pencil first, you can. I'm just going to go ahead and do my black outline. But you can do whatever's comfortable for you. You can trace in pencil and then go over it in black outline. So, just like your basic hand turkey, we'll spread it out so we can have our feathers up top. And then you'll trace around each finger. And just take your time, no worries, no rushing. Okay. And then your thumb will be the head. Okay, and then when you finish down here, you just want to bring this down to connect it. Okay, so now you have your body. And with your same outlining utensil, you're going to put in some of the details. So if you're still using a pencil at this point, you can, or you can switch to your marker. You're going to do the eye, the beak, and of course, if you've noticed with the peacocks on their feathers, especially the boy peacocks have those really fancy feathers with those kind of eye-like designs. So you want to do maybe kind of like a little bit of a raindrop on there, and then maybe a little bit of an eye. You're going to do it for each feather, and then what you'll do afterwards is you'll color it. You can think of whatever colors you want. It can be realistic. It could be something more unique. Whatever you think will look good. And you can do as many of the eye raindrop designs or whatever designs you want per feather that you think is going to look great. There's no right or wrong for this. Okay. And just finish that one up there. And then the wing, put somewhere kind of in the middle of the body. Okay, so I'm going to go with kind of a realistic look for my peacock. I'm going to give it blue for the body because that's what the feathers are there. Then the long part of the feathers on the tail, I'm going to do green, and the eye, so a raindrop kind of patterns. I think I might do maybe a yellow, and I'm not sure if I've decided light green or orange. So I think I'm going to go for those first just because it's going to be a little trickier. And yeah, I'm going to go for an orange and a yellow just because I think that's brighter. So I'm going to do some orange here. You might want to, especially if you're using markers, wait a little bit for the black to dry before you come on in and use the next color. For our younger kids, if you're working on this, it might be helpful to have a grown-up do some of the detail for you. Maybe draw the raindrop patterns on the feathers, and then you can just color it in. Or if you want to experiment with it yourselves, it's good for, you know, the fine motor skills. Obviously, older kids can do it themselves. You know, so it's just nice to kind of relax and do something a little different. Put on some music, take a break from your schoolwork, right? And just do some coloring. So my yellow right now is not standing out, but I'm hoping it will once I've got the feathers surrounded in the green. Which should be coming up in just a minute. I'm going to use a darker green, even though this pack of Crayola markers gives me 2 shades of green. I'm going for the darker green. So now I'm going to see how that works. I keep forgetting these caps don't actually go on these for some reason. So yeah, I think that's a nice green. So then you want to color through, and you want to decide about where you want your green feathers to end and the blue feathers of the body to kind of take over. So that's why I made that line there. And then you'll want to color. Okay, as you can see, I skipped ahead a bit to save you from watching me color all of that. I'm going to just put some finishing touches here on the rest of my peacock. Color him last little bit. Because I know that the black is dry, I can color over the eye. And then what I'm going to do is go over the eye with black again. And then if you want to cut it out, glue it on construction paper, or if you want to glue it onto a popsicle stick, make it a puppet. You can trace everybody's hand in your family and have different size hand tracings, and therefore different size peacock. Make a little peacock family. But there you go. Something a little different than your regular handprint turkey is a handprint peacock. Alright, don't forget to check out my other video where I'll show you a couple of handprint dinosaurs. Thanks so much. Hope everybody's staying safe. Take care.